boxing, though, because she had different styles. The first one was more raw, like untrained, and then she became professional.
Yep.
And boxing is a real editor's challenge. Of all the things, this is a dance. You have to obviously hide the fact that they're not hitting each other.
Yep.
What was the process of changing her boxing style in the editors? Because her style did change. How did
Yeah.
that affect you as the editor trying to
Yeah.
put that together?
Yeah, there was some decisions made, and thank you for picking up on that, because there was some very conscious decisions made. Again, credit to Sydney for she trained and she very much studied, because Christy Martin had a particular style of boxing that became quite famous for very, very bullish. But yes, in those early matches, she was just like flailing her arms about, and she was very untrained, but by design. And so for those matches, we really tended just to sort of keep it just a hold on, so you could see how sort of raw she was. But then as she got better and her athleticism came through, we could get a little bit more tropey with sort of the cuts and cutting around, and because that's when the big poundings.
And in the last fight, Ali, the fight, that was amazing because it was the first time we saw her vulnerable.
Yes.
And down. So that must have been even a different way of editing it and trying to hide the fact that she was actually overmatched.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's when we really let loose on let's just get every pound into her face that we can possibly get. The other challenge we had was in the middle fight, the Deirdre Gogarty fight. The trouble was that, and a little bit of a challenge that we had was that Christy. That was the fight that sort of really put her on the map, because she had the blood nose, and she became quite famous after that fight. But the trouble was it wasn't a knockout, so there was no fun cinematic end to the fight, and so that's why we made the very conscious decision of we thought, how can we make this a bit of a enlightened moment for Christy, because this was the time where she really felt. So we went that choral music road, which I thought was quite effective, just to sort of, because rather than just have another fight where she was beating someone up, and because she didn't have a big triumphant knockout, we wanted to make it triumphant in another way. So we chose to play that sort of a part choral music, just to sort of make it quite a transcendent experience for her. So that was our sort of editorial way of doing that.
It's amazing, and we were really thinking about it. My director Indira and I were talking about it. It's like, it was amazing that you really did have to create 3 completely different boxing styles, which is not common in movies. Like, there's a style. It was fascinating. It was.
Now, thanks for picking that up, because it was something that we had to lean into. Again, credit to Sydney for giving us the material to work with, but we did have to sort of come up with a different way of dealing with the stages of her career, for sure.